My experience with the cross-border conflict evidence policy trends program is a turning point simply because it gave me a new lens to look at the situation in Yemen from different angles. Whereas we can see clearly how the borderlands today is shaping the central areas inside Yemen. So instead of having the central areas shaping the borderlands, we are seeing the way around.
We had the opportunity to learn 3 case studies in Kitchen State and Northern Shan State. It's also provided us a new look into the conflict in Myanmar. So it's multi-layered. Depending upon the layers, the images of the conflict also changes. The more you get down into lower level, the more violence you see in those levels.
So Warawar is one of the historical borderline market in northern Barkazal. It's a good case study among the local peace market in the regions to understand how the borderland settlement and market, for that matter, contribute in generating local tensions in the borderland regions and also in peacemaking processes between the war-divided community.
Being a part of XCEPT has allowed the center and myself the time, space, and resources needed to ask and explore critical questions related to Bangladesh's borderlands and the communities that live along them. One point that I would like to highlight from my research and understanding so far is the importance of looking at both inter-community and intra-community conflict and peace dynamics. Our conversations with refugees and host community members so far have highlighted the importance of also looking at conflict dynamics or conflict tensions within such communities.
As part of Exporter project, I've traveled in the past several years to several border regions of Syria. So what I would like to see is that better off countries and countries with bigger resources not forget these areas and continue supporting them, not only through humanitarian support, but also by supporting local economies. So these economies on the border regions would become more self-sustainable in the face of the global crisis that we are facing.
Been one of the people involved in cross-border project. I started with the training in Kenya. There were a lot of participants from different parts of the region, different parts of the world, and these people came on with a lot of expertise, with a lot of experience, with a lot of stories to tell, and I benefited a lot listening to these stories, which also feed into my capacity. And after this training, I've been involved in collective and also some independent work.
I think it's been enlightening and humbling to have had the opportunity to work with Rohingya refugees. My biggest takeaway has been to constantly remind myself to respect refugee spaces, and while we're doing research, understand the importance of not being extractive in nature, to go in with respect, do no harm, and do them justice when we're trying to analyze the information that they've provided.
Working on the cross-border project was an important opportunity for me, as it allowed me to focus on the political economy of the Tunisian-Libyan borderland, where actually economic, security and political challenges converge. And I think it was important for me to interact with policymakers, with decision makers, to help decision makers also to get a sense of the real challenges that population in these areas are facing.